NBA draft on a Wednesday night. We are going to get into it all, how predictable the top half of the draft was, how unpredictable the bottom half of the draft was. My name is Schlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the daily basketball recap in 15 minutes or less. We're going to recap the draft. We are going to go pick by pick. I want to give a PSA to the audience. Is that what they called? Like a little public service announcement. Levy's the master of the draft. Levy has dove into this. Levy understands every pick. He knows every team's 13th bench player and whether the draft pick is going to be a 12th man or not even on the roster. Levy knows it all. Pick one. The Dallas Mavericks, in a shocking turn of events, select Cooper Flagg to their team. I give this an A+. Good move, Mavs. Nico Harrison, they're going to call this guy, they're going to call Cooper Flagg the Nico saver, the job saver. Yeah, he made the Luka Doncic mistake, and somehow it does not have awful repercussions.
I saw someone they responded to a Nico Harrison comment after they asked him about Cooper Flagg, and he was like, once in a lifetime opportunity, and someone just replied with, you mean twice in a lifetime?
That's funny. Anyway.
Moving forward. Number two.
Oh, should we already go to number two? I guess there's not so much to talk about with Cooper Flagg.
It's good.
Number two, the San Antonio Spurs select Dylan Harper from Rutgers, Teaneck represent, or New Jersey represent. I really wanted them to trade this pick. I thought it would be so much more fun, but they did the smart move. Dylan Harper is going to be amazing. They somehow, in the last three drafts, got Wemby, Castle, and Harper. I don't even understand how that's possible. Here's my question for you about the Spurs. Are they a playoff team?
Yeah. In my eyes, absolutely.
Were they a playoff team last year if no one gets hurt?
They were going to be, yes.
Or when I say playoff,
they're on pace to be.
When I say playoff,
top six?
Top six, because play-in, I think there's a play-in. I consider it you're out of the playoffs, play-in, and playoff team.
So
roster make the Spurs a playoff team. I agree. 7-8. I think they're right in the 7-8.
Yeah. I think if you give them a year or two, I think they will be there because this team has so much.
No, I'm saying right now.
Right now.
This season,
right now, I think
are they a 6 seed in the West?
I don't think so. I don't think they're quite there. I think they're definitely in the play-in tournament, but not solidified as a 6.
Who of the three do you think is like of Castle, Wemby, and Harper? Who of the three of them do you think is most likely to play better than we think he's going to be playing now that will get them to that 6 seed?
I think I'll put it this way. The sky is the expectation. The sky is the limit for both Harper.
No, it's not for this year. The sky is not the limit for this year. I'm talking about this year. No, for anyone. For this year, if sky was the limit, meaning, sky's the limit, but not the expectation.
I'm going to say, I'll put it this way. I think that Stefan Castle is actually a really rare talent that is going to be a very good player in the NBA. And I think that he will show this season that it wasn't like, just bad draft. He just happened to, he was just like the rookie of the year because there's no one else better. I think he's a really, really good player. And I think that this year he's going to step it up.
I like it. A+, you like the pick?
Yeah, come on.
Okay, great.
His top comparison is Cade Cunningham. When is that going to be a bad pick?
He's pretty good. Philadelphia 76ers select VJ Edgecombe.
We talked about it yesterday with Keith Pompey. VJ Edgecombe is awesome. We would have liked to see Ace Bailey as kind of a higher swing. It's not what happened. VJ Edgecombe is a very good player. It's just difficult with their guard rotation, but he's a great player. He's awesome.
I love it. The Charlotte Hornets select Kon Knueppel.
Great name.
I'm a big Hornets fan right now.
Uh,
Romeo Miller Knueppel. No Mark Williams anymore. That was a big trade. The Charlotte Hornets sent the Phoenix Suns Mark Williams in exchange for the 29th pick and the 29 first round pick.
but this is also, by the way,
Who'd they pick
next
with
year.
the 29th pick? Oh, they got Liam McNeeley. You know anything about him?
He was really good in high school. His draft stock dropped off, but he could be good. He like had a bad year in college, but it could be good.
What are you ranking for the Hornets draft night? Meaning if you include the pick plus the trade plus the pick that after the trade.
I don't really know about trading Mark Williams for that. I don't really think that they got the return. So like that factors into my draft night. That being said, I think that Kon Knueppel could be really good for this team. He seems to be somebody who can carry an offensive load, but also good off the ball. I heard someone say that he's a younger, athletic Joe Ingles.
I think Russillo said that.
Maybe it was.
I think he said
I
like
like
taller, athletic Joe Ingles.
that pick because Joe Ingles is great. He's a smart
What do you give
basketball player.
what's the draft night? A B plus, A minus? Where are we at?
I'll give it a B plus. I'll give it a B plus.
Amazing. Utah Jazz select Ace Bailey. I'm giving that an A plus. I loved it. I've been talking on this pod about how I can't stand the like, oh, I don't want to play for you guys. Oh, like I'm not gonna, you know what? Like
Get
you
over it.
are you are I don't what's he, 18, 19 years old? How old is he?
I think he's 18.
He's a young man. He is what are you gonna sit out games? He's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not I don't want to be in the Jazz. Like before you played in NBA, sit down, shut up and dribble. Um I'm sorry to say this, but will that guy get me canceled saying shut up and dribble?
I don't know.
I mean it because I want him to just shut up and play.
I don't know. I'm actually not gonna touch it. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I think it's
All right,
a
Max,
good bit.
Max,
But
I literally meant for you should shut up and dribble. Like literally just shut up and dribble. Next, the Washington Wizards, who for sure wanted Ace Bailey this close, but Danny Ainge just snagged him. They select Tre Johnson, who I only know him from the Bill Simmons pod. I heard he's an amazing shooter and a terrible finisher. Good
yeah,
pick.
yeah. He doesn't harm this team. Um, I I actually like Washington's prospects now that they have more veterans on their team. If I'm being honest with you. So I think nothing bad. It's a good move.
All right. The New Orleans Pelicans select Jeremiah Fears. So here's what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to let you cook. Every article I've read, every podcast I've listened to has said that the Pelicans are really, really dumb. Levi, take it away. Why are the Pelicans dumb? Unless you disagree. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Let's just do this fun game. Jeremiah Fears is good in pick and roll offense. Okay, he's a good passer in that sense. He really innovated a lot of his offense in college. He was the main ball handler for the team. From the standpoint of they have DeJounte Murray and just traded for Jordan Poole and also have Zion who they like to run at point. I just don't get it. Like you have an opportunity to add.
Is he the best player in the draft right now or no? That would be the one. If I was them, that'd be my response. So if that's true, then that's my counter, but I don't even know if it's true.
It's very debatable because he shot terrible percentages. And
that sounds like Pelicans.
Yeah. But that being said, he's very athletic and he over the course of the college season, he rose to the challenge. He like improved in certain areas, but not enough to tell me that he's going to be a really, really successful NBA player. I think that there's also they have a pick later also that we'll talk about soon that I just feel like
let's do it now. So if you combine that and Derek Queen, who they picked 20th, I think. Was it 20th? No, not 20th.
No, 13th.
13th, thank you. How do you rank New Orleans as draft night?
I would go like a C plus.
C plus, all right.
Derek Queen can't be played with Yves Missi and Zion Williamson.
Their last names together are Fears Queen. Just gonna put that out there.
Okay.
The Brooklyn Nets select Egor Demin with the 8th pick. They did a lot, the Nets, tonight.
They drafted a lot.
They did draft a lot. Let's give me your Nets takes.
We're just gonna bite the bullet on this one. Egor Demin is
It's not Igor?
No. It's okay.
Yay,
It's fine.
Gore. Like, yay, Gore.
That's what from every pronunciation that I've heard, it's that.
Okay.
He is not a good shooter. Doesn't do much of defending. He's tall and he passes well. So you just drafted kind of another half of Ben Simmons, essentially, to bring back to the Nets.
He's good at defense, no?
Yeah, I'm saying half of Ben Simmons. I mean, like 70% of, like 50% of his talent in this guy.
Okay.
It's just random as anything. And then you continue to pick 4 more people that were really random.
Careful about me being mean to Jews. He picked 2 Jews. I don't want to hear any slander about Jews.
Why?
Because it's Lashon Hara.
Get out of here. Get out of here. You picked listen.
You liked Dan Wolfe yesterday.
I think that he's good. I think that
if the Thunder picked Dan Wolfe, you'd be like genius pick. But now the Nets picked
because it's a project. Because it's a project. If you're a winning team, you can invest in players that are not full, the full showing it. The Nets picked. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Traore, the French guy. Okay, another point guard who passes a lot. It just doesn't make any sense. Between that, Ben Saraf and Danny Wolfe.
Ben Saraf's my guy. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know if you've ever seen his mixtape. I encourage all of you to go watch his mixtape. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but I want to hear everybody's feedback after watching his mixtape.
Ben Saraf is the next Omri Caspi.
I think that Omri Caspi was much better, but it's fine. Anyways, Drake Powell.
Danny Wolfe. I think my dad has a friend named Danny Wolfe.
Yeah. It's a Yid. It's a Jew for sure. You know what I'm saying? I think he played for the under 19 Israeli team apparently.
Oh yeah, little Maccabea games.
Yeah.
Sad news. Maccabea games were canceled this year due to the war.
Talk about political, huh?
We like the Maccabea games. What's your ranking of the Nets in the night? The draft?
C-. It's like it really didn't make any sense.
That's really good. C- is a passing grade.
Okay, so let me give them a D. Better? A D.
I would give them an F, knowing nothing. Meaning,
well, I'll put it this way.
What was good about it?
Egor Demin at 8 was a pick that most people thought that would be there at 20.
So I'm saying, why not an F? Like, what did they do right?
Because F for me is like you're at number 3, like meaning like the Nets are terrible. Anything
what
you
did
can
the Nets do right? Meaning, what to get a grade that passes, you've had to have gotten something right on the test.
They got about 3 guys. They got about 3 guys that can pass the ball to Cam Thomas.
That's not an F for you?
No, because nobody else on the team can.
D-. I don't think F+ is a thing. For me, that's a D- or an F. But again, if we're following at home, Levy's probably right on this. Memphis Grizzlies. Oh no, sorry, I skipped. Toronto Raptors select Colin Murray Boyles. You like that pick?
So I did initially. I was told. I heard from a lot of people that he's a very, very good defender.
Let me ask you something. When you keep you've been saying this all pod, like I've heard people say, like no one tells me anything. Like who are these people like you speak to about like these? Who are your draft conciliaries that you're like, hey, I've heard whispers that this guy Colin Murray Boyles, he's actually a guy.
People who, some of my friends who
give me names. Give me shout outs. I don't want friends.
I don't want people to get any flack. I'm supposed to give up my resources.
Compliment.
I was supposed to give up my resources. So we'll talk about it off pod.
Wow, offline stuff. Okay, what do you? So you like him or you don't like him?
He's just a Raptors player. I don't understand this team. I still don't understand the Raptors, so we'll see what
What do
happens.
you rank them? Their draft night.
They also get a D. He's a good. The problem is that he's a good player. He's a good player. It's just like they have so many forwards. What are they gonna do?
I don't know. Phoenix Suns select this guy everyone loves. Khaman Maluach. Khaman Maluach. Everyone loves this guy. Um but we didn't talk about the Suns side of that pick. So
Now's
they
the
got two
time.
centers basically. They got Mark Williams and Khaman Maluach. They now have them, Jalen Green, Devin Booker. I, I it's a
I
team
like
and a
it.
half.
Yeah,
Bradley
I like
Beal.
it.
There's a team. Gotta get. I'm
Maybe
gonna
not
give
Bradley
him
Beal.
like a plus.
Yeah, no, I thought this was a really, really good. I thought especially the Mark Williams trade was great, and I think the pronunciation is Malawach. I think it's less Jewish.
It's not
Um,
Malach.
no,
Mhm.
it's
All
it's
right.
it should be, but it's not.
Didn't do about
And
it.
I think they did a great job. I think it's a B plus for me.
The Memphis Grizzlies. Sorry. The Memphis Grizzlies select Cedric Coward. I actually know a little bit about Cedric Coward. First of all, this is a bit of a Cinderella story. He was projected like very, very high in the draft, meaning low, like a high pick, like a low, I don't know, like low as in a low player. And suddenly Memphis came out of nowhere and picked him. And did you hear Verno talk about him on the Bill Simmons pod with a Target story? So
Yes.
now he's been on the Bill Simmons pod famously. So great week for Cedric Coward.
Also, I listened to the Rosillo podcast. Um, man, he had a great guest on. I'm not gonna remember who it was. Um, they talked about Coward, and Rosillo was like, "I kind of love this guy. What's the deal with him?" And he played for like a Division 3, I think, or he played for Division 2. Ended up playing for Division 1. He got injured most of the season, but he's awesome. His shooting numbers are awesome, and he's a dog. And this is this is the prototypical Grizzlies player. Like I don't know how the
Right.
Grizzlies keep doing it. They find this hardened, great player with experience, and they just keep adding them. This is a great pick. Like to replace Desmond Bane's impact. Now they have KCP and this guy. I think they're great. I think this is a very, very good pick. I would
I
give
love
this. I'd give this a B. I think it's very good. Maybe
Okay.
plus.
The Chicago Bulls select Noa Essengue. Let me tell you something, Levi. This guy was a great pick. He's from France, but he played in the German league, and I just think the Bulls nailed this pick.
Good. That makes one of us.
Okay, what do you rank this? I rank this an A plus. I'm
Oh,
all in on Noah Essengue.
I think that this was not. Uh, man,
Not a believer.
it's just not what the Bulls needed. The Bulls always do this. The Bulls always do this. I think that they like with Patrick Williams, they always do this kind of thing. This is a D. He could be a good player, but it's just not. It's not the. It's they didn't follow the vibe correctly, you know.
For sure. Um, the Pelicans, we did Derek Queen, so we covered that. The Spurs select Carter Bryant. I know two things about Carter Bryant.
Okay.
Number one is his last name is Bryant. So that's like already you're good in my book. And number two, the Spurs picked you, which means it's probably a smart pick. Was
It's
my
a great pick.
analysis
This guy is a top 10 pick that fell. Perfect pick for them.
classic
Like
Spurs? Classic Spurs. Trade asset for like is he that good?
he has a lot of potential. He plays sick defense and he shoots very well on offense. Like he shoots threes well. He's a great 3-and-D guy to put around Wemby. I don't think that they would trade him.
Like let's say, but no, but let's say for like a Giannis. Does that entice the Bucks? Like if
Yes.
let's say they were like close and it's like, you know what, we'll throw in Carter Bryant. Are the Bucks excited about that?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. The Oklahoma City Thunder select Thomas Sorber. You probably like this pick because you like the Thunder.
This is a great pick though. Also, this is the pick for the Spurs is an A plus for Carter Bryant because like it's just crazy that he managed to make it down there. Thomas Sorber is also an A plus for the Thunder. He's an excellent rim protector. He gives you size and strength inside, and he shoots as a center. this is exactly what they needed. Like you saw it
Very,
all playoffs long. They needed that, and this is exactly what he gives them. It's great.
very nice. Okay, so here next pick is what I read was the biggest surprise of the draft.
Big, yeah.
So the Blazers, by the way, traded with Memphis. We forgot about this. Meaning I forgot it, I should say. But this was supposed to be the Memphis pick, and Memphis got the Blazers pick, and they picked Cedric Coward. The Blazers select Hansen Yang. Some say the next Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Is surprising good or surprising bad pick?
It's I think that a lot of people feel like it's like kind of a Şengün'ish type player. So the jury's kind of out because it could be a disaster. It could be great.
Where was he projected to fall?
Like much later, like at the end of the first round, probably.
I like it, Blazers. What do you rank the Blazers move? How do you rank it?
This one, it's hard. This is hard. Like meaning like it's a very, very high to pick him. I don't know who else they should have targeted instead of him. So I think it's a swing. I definitely think this is a swing. This is undecided. It's pending. It's still pending for me, this pick. Yeah.
All these picks are pending.
No. This one
was just pick. You're either gonna be right or wrong. This is ridiculous. Just pick.
For the creativity of it, and the risk, I give it a B. I like it. I think it's interesting. It makes me go,
An A+. I'm all in on Hansen Yang. Just go all in or all out, Levi. A B with a cop-out answer.
The only downside is that he moves as slow as Tim Duncan. It's like watching somebody wade through water.
Moves as slow as the greatest power forward of all time. I'm okay with that. Minnesota Timberwolves select.
It's Joan Beringer, I think was how Adam Silver pronounced it.
Very nice. Johan is gonna love Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. He might.
I think like on the research I've done on his personality, I think him and Ant are gonna get along great.
All right.
You like this pick, the Wolves?
No, they need a guard, and there's two really good guards left, so it's fine. Whatever.
Speaking of guards, the Utah Jazz from the Washington Wizards in a trade select Walter Clayton Jr.
He shoots very well. There's about 72 guards on the Jazz team though.
Yeah, but Danny just picks the best player available.
I think it was the right pick.
Doesn't do fit. Can we give the Jazz an A+ for the ranking, by the way, for the draft night? What more did you want from them? I feel like they made the right pick every time.
I think you're right. I think they made the right pick. I really do. I think they made the right pick.
Like again, they couldn't get Cooper Flagg, but they just made all the right decisions. Brooklyn Nets, your guy who you can't pronounce, we went through it. Miami Heat select Kasparas Jakucionus. What I've read is that it's classic Miami getting a great player who didn't need to fall that far. It's just like, why Miami? How does this always happen to them?
This guy was a top. If it wasn't top 10, it was top 13 talent. Supposedly there's questions about his shooting, but I think I really think that he's very, very good. I think he's very good, and this is like it doesn't make any sense that he fell to 20, and Miami needed a point guard, and this is exactly what they got. Like this is an A+.
Why do you think he went? Why do you think he fell so much in the draft?
I think it's just a perfect storm of like I think that ideally in a perfect world the Nets would have been smart and taken him at 8. But instead, they supposedly his workout, like Egor Demin's workout.
Nets? It's pick 20, and you just missed 12 picks. So why?
Who else needed a point guard?
Let me go through it. Did the Wizards have a point guard?
No, but Tre Johnson was the right pick.
Okay. Do the Grizzlies have a? Oh, wait.
Yep.
Never mind. The Timberwolves should have taken him.
The Timberwolves, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Timberwolves, like that's what I said. There's two prospects after this that were better. The point guard prospects that I wish that the Timberwolves would have taken. The Bulls have a lot of guards.
The Raptors.
The Raptors also have a lot of guards they like to use, or they like to use Scotty as the point.
The Pelicans should have taken him.
The Pelicans have 75 guards also. And Jordan
Okay.
Poole.
Number 21, Will Riley to the Wizards.
Yeah.
I like a nice normal name. Hawks trade Drake Powell to the Nets.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
fun.
why. Yeah. God bless.
Pelicans trade Asa Newell to the Hawks.
That's
You
a very
like
good pick for them.
Hawks?
It's a good pick for them.
And what do you rank the Hawks? Let's include the Kristaps trade in there. How do you rank the Hawks like draft
Off season so far? With that pick at 23 to get Asa Newell? I think
and
it's
Kristaps.
and Kristaps. I think ultimately it makes their team like a good amount better. I think like you could get B plus. Pretty good.
B plus. I was gonna say A minus, so we're right in the same range. The Thunder traded Nique Clifford to the Kings.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know. The Kings are weird.
They did. They really did. Thumbs down. Not a Nique Clifford guy. That's why I forgot him. Nets draft Ben Saraf, my boy.
No, I missed Jace Richardson. Dude, you're killing me here.
Him, and then you went back to him. It's,
okay, but Jace Richardson he's a big get. He's a big get for the Magic.
What position is he?
He's a shooting guard, point guard. This is Jason Richardson's son.
This is Jace Richardson's son. He's a good dunker.
He's a good dunk. He's athletic. He's not as athletic as Jason Richardson, but he's a good shooter, which is exactly what the Magic need. So it's great.
Okay. Then the Nets, we did Ben Saraf and Danny Wolfe. Nothing but good notes on them for me.
That's Brooklyn. Come on.
Gotta love the Jews. Celtics draft Hugo Gonzalez from Real Madrid.
Has bad shooting, but it's fine.
They don't need shooting.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all they do. The Suns draft Liam McNeeley, who we did, but meaning the Hornets really drafted him. We went through that.
And June 30. I want to hear this name.
Who, the Clippers? They
yeah.
Yanic, Conan, Niederhauser.
Oh, it's good. It's a good bit. It's a good bit.
Yeah. Listen,
I just realized you did the whole entire video with your name as Hodiah Stark.
Who cares? I want to tell my listeners Hodiah Stark is my wife, first of all, and this is her computer. That was the daily basketball recap in 15 minutes plus. I want to thank you, Levi, for co-hosting, for producing the audio. Thank you for not being mean to Jalen Green today. That was nice. The Suns came up, but you said nothing bad about Jalen Green.
I'm trying my best.
I want to thank you, Max, for producing the video, for giving us something to prep, even though I decided not to prep it, but I appreciate you prepping the prep. And I want to thank you for listening.